Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So ADA has been rejected from the blue Fibonacci zone and we have entered the support zone here on our daily time frame for wave 4 between 94 cents and 64 cents. Now this is just standard support for this larger fourth wave. At this stage it is not entirely clear if this is already circle 4. It could be. But there is an internal fourth wave that could actually be considered first on the smaller time frame that we're going to take a look at. But overall, here on the larger time frame, the wave patterns are unchanged. We just see a reaction and a pullback into support, and we still have space all the way down to 64 cents to keep the overall upside scenario and upside expectations alive. I don't want to spend so much time talking about the larger time frame. I think talked about that enough in the last few days, but wanted to spend some time here on the smaller time frame just to show you what pattern is likely unfolding right now. So we discussed yesterday a potential triangle pattern, but that there was a failure to break out to the upside. So it could either be a triangle in this internal fourth wave or just a wider ABC and an internal B wave triangle. You never know into which direction a triangle breaks out, but in this case it shows the pathway down. But we haven't even broken below the upper support area, and that support area is actually for the internal wave 4. So let me explain, but it's a very deep wave. Well, it's not too deep actually. It's not a very deep wave 4. It's just reached the 38.2 retracement. That is of the smaller degree. So if we talk about the structure from the low in October, we had a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, a third wave up, the fourth wave, and then from here we could get a fifth wave up. Yesterday the price was still hovering above that support area in that triangle. Now we have a very healthy wave 4, but I can tell you that if it goes lower and breaks and sustains below 83 cents, I have no choice. I have to assume we're already in circle 4. And then from there, the price could attempt another reaction to the upside. So that all that means is we have, I think, 4 support levels left really that matter. We have 93 cents. We're holding above that. That is typically the ideal target for a fourth wave, assuming it is this wave degree, which would mean one more high in wave 5 of circle 3. Then we have so that's 93 cents. So then, yeah, one more high in wave 5 of circle 3, and then circle 4 could start afterwards. Then we have the 50% retracement, really the maximum this fourth wave should do. At that point, especially if we get a break below 83 cents, it becomes even more likely that circle 4 has already started. And if we then break below this level, we have 76 cents. If that level is tested, that's the ideal target for circle 4. And below 64 cents, I really haven't got anything clearly bullish left. Yeah. So those are the levels that have in recent weeks defined the risk here on especially the 64 cent level that has defined the risk. I mentioned to you before, I wouldn't really get worried until the price breaks below 64 cents, which means the risk is high if we're far away from that level. And we are now seeing some opportunities because the price is dipping back into the support region, so far in a 3-wave move down, and therefore I see it as wave 4. Just the main question is it the wave 4 of the smaller degree or a wave 4 of the larger degree? And sometimes when we have these let's say liquidation events, which we have today in the altcoin sector, there's typically a bounce next day or so. On the ADA chart, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, RSI is now oversold. Daily chart, I would say probably not, no. So, but the 4-hour is oversold. So it might be that we get a bearish divergence. Sorry, not a bearish, a bullish divergence if the price forms another low. And that could set the stage for a bit of a recovery there. But ultimately, we need a little bit more price action to determine which one it is, because you cannot recognize the waves itself really good. But the levels are more important. I mean, that's what we get, that's what we get through the waves. It's the levels. That's really what matters. Not so much the waves themselves or the labels. It's the levels that matter, because they tell us when a scenario is likely breaking. And the bullish case will likely break below 64 cents. We're still far away from that. And I would assume that we are going to see a bit of at least a bounce in the coming days, maybe even starting quite shortly. We'll see. But for now, I mean, Bitcoin is still holding really well, right? I mean, it's just the altcoins are selling off strongly, which again emphasizes the need to take profits when the market makes them available, especially in the altcoin sector. But then again, you know, this is not even an unusual dip. You get that in every bull market even. You get these liquidation events. That's just kind of normal. But it also shows how fragile the altcoin space is. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin down like 4%, 5%, and you see these altcoins go down like 20%, 25%. So yeah, it's not unusual, but it obviously is also impacted by Bitcoin dominance. But we haven't broken key support yet. So still holding. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.